going into wastewater design, this is the septic tank dimensions here. So we have one septic tank per complex, and then all of these red buildings here are combined into one, which would be kind of the public entrance area. So you would be looking at around 7 or 8 septic tanks.
Okay.
So the only thing that I will say with this is the Adobe complex, that 10 is based on the house, the children's house with 8 kids and 2 parents,
Yes.
but it's not taking into account if you have people living in those chalets.
It is.
It is.
10 users.
10 total users. That could be updated based on the usage, but these numbers are coming from the water usage spreadsheet, which does calculate the total amount per complex. And here is the soak trench dimensions. So again, it kind of goes along with the tanks. You would have 1 trench per tank, and I'll get into what a trench is. So this is a soak trench, and I know that groundwater was kind of a concern for the site, being relatively high. So a couple of options you have for treatment of the water after the tank is you could do a pit, which is really deep. You could do a soak bed, which is kind of in the middle. And then this is a trench where it's really good for high water tables because it doesn't require a lot of depth. So basically you would have some pipes coming from the tank and they infiltrate into this bed area here. And then you have a long line of pipe where it just kind of spreads out and infiltrates into the soil. So this is recommended here for high groundwater table because you can build up here instead of going deeper here.
And is that for gray water?
It's for both.
Both?
So the gray water is coming out of the tank,
Right.
and then the black water coming from the toilet specifically.
And you can have it that high, like that?
What is this?
The
For-
secondary treatment, the septic tank is the primary treatment and it separates out the solids.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the solids are
so
still
this is the,
septic.
this is the, this is the liquid of the,
Yeah, so
okay.
the liquid coming out of the septic
Right,
tank
okay,
after
okay.
it's gone to
It's
the
the-
primary.
The floaters. Okay, okay.
All right, I'll turn it over to electrical.
Okay. So, my name is George Drexel. I was tasked with the electrical design for this trip, and I'd say it's been a great trip, and I'm looking forward to presenting what I have for you today. So, just getting started here. The project description, going through the various communities, facilities, doing a load study on each of them. General overview load study, as other people have mentioned. This project will be more refined as we continue in the coming months, and then also mentioning the utilities here with the water pumping and purification. As I get more information from Krista, we'll be able to better refine that, but wanted to mention that. So our assumptions, as I've spoken with you, Tom, and Amy, a high efficiency washing machine would be preferred, something that would be less than 500 watts, again, just minimalizing our electrical usage on the site. Will help to lower the electrical demand overall. So that, along with using high wattage appliances during the solar harvest window, roughly 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., think noon just to be safe, and then using battery operated appliances like laptops, floor fans, televisions, and things outside of that window, just try to minimize that. Basically think of just using lights at night, security lights, and whatnot. So again, just wanted to touch here around the laptop batteries and charging laptops. I use general numbers for all of these load calculations to give us a good, solid safety factor, so to speak. Some of the laptops you had in the children's classrooms were 35 watts, but generally 100 watts. Just wanted to cover all of our bases in case if there's any special loads that may be connected that, just can't really foresee any possible connection. And again, mentioning the liquid propane gas appliances is a huge help. So the site estimated load summary, this is Adobe through the various communities and the facilities. Again, this will be more refined as things continue to progress but I just want to go more in detail on the Adobe community. So as you can see, for the 3 buildings on the Adobe community, the home, cultural, and the center, or activity center instead of cultural, the total KVA usage, if all foreseeable loads are on at the same time, came out to about 4,000 watts. So designing the system about 6,000 watts would give us a utilization of that system around 73%. So that would be if all loads are on, our system would be able to handle it, and if there's any unforeseeable loads still connected, we have that 27% buffer before it would be maxed.
Right.
And again, that's zooming in on that, just so you really kind of understand the 73% utilized, and try to do the 70% utilized for all areas on the site. So the overview calculation for total demand per day basically boils down to the following, and that is a solar array size of about 15 kilowatts. That's including all efficiencies of the system, inefficiencies of the system, boiling down to your 6,000 watt output capacity on the other end. So factoring around 250 watt panels, which I found a 24 pack in Lusaka, which actually had a 80% efficiency rating for 20 years. Again, I used a 70% efficiency rating to be safe. We came out to about 63 modules for the Adobe site, which would equate to about 140, 150 square meters. And so what would that system overview look like? So you have your panel array, and then I'm speccing 8 controllers for the charging capacity, about 2,000 watts per controller, to better charge our batteries and also prolong the life of the battery, so you could get 5 years out of your typical AGM lead acid battery. And then also your inverter charger, which basically speccing what you preferred there and fitting the system to that would then go to your loads. So this is a graphical, scalable representation of what 150 square meters would be with a 10-degree tilt to catch the sun better compared to the Adobe Home.
Wow.
So this is one of those 3 buildings of the whole Adobe complex. That array would feed the electricity for this entire community. Now, this is a battery bank concept. I know you don't like wood, but just think of it as a concept. You could build this out of metal,
Right.
what have you. If it's 10 meters from the actual array itself, it would significantly reduce the possible loss in voltage and amps and whatnot from the cabling from the panels to the actual battery bank after going through the controller.
How far can I go after that?
I'd have to refine the calculations and everything further.
I mean, I'm just looking if there's any droppage
Yeah, I
after
can
that.
get
Once we
back to you.
convert it to 220, how far
Yeah,
can I?
so there is system loss
Right.
when you take a DC and convert it to AC.
It's like 10% or something.
Yeah, 10%, and then also, I'm gonna get to this at the end of the slide, but there is an alternative solution that I'm gonna touch on. So continuing with the traditional solar system install, figuring for the Adobe community, roughly $40,000 total. That would include your installation wires, the whole system that has been discussed. So breaking that out across the 11 different sites, using that 40,000 number, and then the utility cost of that includes your $80,000 to get it there, and then a rough estimate for what it would be to distribute that power to the site. We came out to about a 10-year payback, roughly, between the solar system, the cumulative cost for the entire site versus the cumulative cost for the utility. So keeping with your goal of self-sustainability and everything like that, and really long-term, this traditional system would eventually get there. However, as you can see, it might not be as most economical as originally thought. However, as someone previously stated, piecemealing the site, putting one system in at a time, I believe it was Krista, the upfront cost still outweighs the upfront cost of utility. It's just which one would you rather kind of
Well, I know that every 6 months, the utility company increases the rates.
Yeah.
That's so, I mean,
So
significantly.
that wasn't included in
Yeah.
that estimate. However, of course, there will be inflation.
Right.
So that payback could become less because the utility gets more expensive in terms of price per kilowatt hour.
And you say replacement cost would be 2,000 per 11 buildings?
So,
Right there.
let me go back here.
Because that's.
That would be for all of your batteries throughout the whole site every 3 years. Again,
That's a 3-year
being
thing?
conservative, being conservative every 3 years. Total battery replacement throughout the site.
Does that say that there?
22,000, roughly.
I mean, 3 years, and it doesn't say that.
No, not on
No.
this slide. Yeah.
So
I didn't include
2,000
that
every
level
3
of
years.
detail for the
That's not too
slideshow
bad.
today.
Okay.
But
It's the upfront.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
investment that you have to think about.
yes,
Okay.
and that's why I wanted to give you this overview.
Okay.
So for the total site overview, continuing with that traditional solar system install, this would be our rough estimate for square meters for the site. And as you can see, this was the Adobe compared to the home, the Africa compared to the home. And then for the Mediterranean, that one was one of the larger systems due to the library and all the computer lab and everything that would be in there and possible foreseeable loads. Again, this area would need to be refined. This is just for graphical representation because I'm concerned with the path of the sun and the hill. So again, these are roughly 10 meters from where they could possibly be, but we'd have to refine that more. And then moving throughout the facilities, so your system would be scattered throughout.
Right.
So the alternative solution that I would recommend, which would cut the system roughly in half, and I've had conversations about LEDs with you before, but it would basically be splitting your DC loads from your AC loads. So that would be committing to all LED lighting throughout the entire community. And what that does is you're generating a DC load, which is being stored in batteries and then converted to AC. And then if you use an LED, it converts it back to DC. So with all of that inefficiencies in the system, we could cut it by roughly half, and that includes your panels as well. So it would significantly reduce the overall cost. Now, that's my recommendation. Seeing the traditional solar system route, I plan to go further into that in the final report, which would be submitted in December. And I would recommend kind of pursuing that more with our designs.
I don't understand the whole AC/DC thing.
Okay.
Why it converts back or what's that whole?
So there's a loss in efficiency every time.
It's
that it
okay.
converts
Maybe you can.
from one to another.
We'll keep in touch with you about that.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep. And I can
do some
provide my
research on
email.
it.
I can provide my email so we can go back and forth.
Alright.
And I was talking with Rod too about the dining hall area and everything and possible
Oh, yeah.
electric for that and recommendations and things.
Okay.
And so just wanted to provide some resources here in terms of installation and parts that I found would be available here in Zambia for your reference.
Yeah.
So
Those are definitely available.
Yep.
Especially the Vectron Energy.
yeah, that's really what I was trying to dive into is finding what would be available for
That, yeah.
here and designing the system.
Yeah, there's
for
a.
that. So looking forward, I'm going to pass it to Kendra. Thank you.